Hello, Cynthia Young here, certified life coach minister, founder, and leading lady of Glowing in Grace. Glowing in Grace is a coaching and teaching ministry that promotes personal and spiritual development and positive lifestyle change. Today, I want to talk with you about some ways to overcome overwhelm. Have you ever felt so overwhelmed that you don't know what to do? You don't know the next step to take. You just don't know what to do. Dr. Valerie Burden, in her book Brave Enough to Succeed, she talks about the 4Ds formula. The 4Ds formula is a way to help you with overcoming overwhelm. Because there are times that we just don't prioritize things that need to be prioritized, and we do not postpone or prune those things that we can hold off on, or we can just let go of altogether. And we just keep adding and adding and adding to our to-do list. We keep adding to our plates, and we become so overwhelmed that we don't know the next step to take. I'm guilty of it. I am guilty of it myself. So today I want to share with you what's called the 4Ds formula. Some stuff you will do, some stuff you will delay, some stuff you would delegate, and some stuff you would just delete altogether, okay? So there are those things that you may need to do. You've become so overwhelmed. And the first thing you need to do, you just need to take a step back. You need to breathe. You need to take a deep breath and then put things into perspective and figure out what it is that you really need to do. Those things that's on your to-do list, or those things that's in your mental that you kind of taking a mental note of that you know you need to do. Breathe and then put it into perspective and figure out the things that you just absolutely necessarily have to do. And then once you figure out the things that you need to do, then we can think about those things that you can delay, because we tend to have this sense of urgency about stuff, like it needs to get done right away, it needs to get done right now, when you probably can delay it to do it at a different time, at a later date or a later time. So you want to distinguish between those things that needs to be done right now and then those things that you can hold off for a later time, because we seem to have this sense of false urgency as if it has to get done right now. A lot of times that may not be the case. You may can hold off some things and do it at a later date. And then you may have to delegate some stuff. Now with delegating, I know, because you may think that if I don't do it, it won't get done right. If I don't do it, it won't get done at all. So you may feel like, you don't want to delegate anything, but delegating, that helps to take the weight off of you. Delegating helps to give someone else an opportunity to learn what it is that you know. I know you may think that can't nobody do it like you. Okay, I know, but it's okay. It's okay to allow someone else the opportunity to learn. It may be something at your job, a task at your job that your coworker can help you with. Maybe something around the house that your children can help you with. You can delegate those things to other people. And then you may have to hire somebody. You may have to pay somebody to do something that you have going on that you can't do it. You have to delegate it to somebody else. You may have to put that in your budget to where you may need to pay somebody to do it. But it's okay. It does require teaching what you know that needs to be done. But you allow someone else the opportunity to learn. You allow someone else the opportunity to grow. So you may need to delegate some stuff that may be a way to help you with overcoming your overwhelm. And the fourth one is delete. Just simply press delete. Like, this is one of my favorite ones, but you can't do this all the time, but you need to really distinguish between everything that you have going on, those things that you must absolutely necessarily have to do, those things you can delay, those things you can delegate, and then there are some things that you can delete. There are some things that probably never should have been on your to-do list to begin with, should have never ever been there, but for some reason, some way, somehow, it ended up there. but just press delete. Now with pressing delete, sometimes that it may comes with a little bit of fear. It may comes with feeling guilty because you may have to disappoint somebody, okay? And we don't want to disappoint people. We want people to like us. We want people to think we're nice. We don't want to feel that feeling of disapproval from other people. But it's okay because sometimes you have to say no. Sometimes you have to decide to say no and just delete it because it may have worked for you in another season, but it's no longer working for you in this season, okay? So we need to put things in perspective, again, like I said, and distinguish between those things that we just need to do, those things we can delay, those things we can delegate to other people to do, some things we just have to delete. And, we may disappoint some people because we had to delete it because it's not working for us in this season, it's not serving us in this season. But it's okay because if it's causing you to feel overwhelmed, then that's not very healthy. And you may be on a job where you say, where there's things that just have to get done. I am responsible for getting things done, and I get it. But if you are in a space of being overwhelmed all the time, that is not healthy. So you're going to have to make the hard decision. Either you're going to have to negotiate some changes, or you're just going to have to remove yourself from that situation altogether. And I understand, if you're in a space where you're overwhelmed every now and then, because it happens on our jobs, it happens at home, it happens in our business, it happens. But if you find yourself being overwhelmed all the time, that's not healthy. You need to make some changes. You need to make the hard decisions to do something different, so you're not constantly in a place of being overwhelmed. So yeah, that is the 4Ds formula to overcoming overwhelm, because we, in today's world, society, we have a lot going on. We are mothers. We are, we own businesses. We have jobs that are very demanding. We are in ministry. We just have a lot going on. We're married. We have spouses. So we have a lot going on, and sometimes we just find ourselves being overwhelmed where we just don't know what to do. We don't know that next step to take. But if you find yourself being overwhelmed, you have to take a step back. You have to breathe. Take some deep breaths, because that may be the first thing you need to do, because you're so way over your head that you just can't even think straight, like you are mentally exhausted. So the first thing you need to do is take some deep breaths. It's okay. It is okay. And sometimes we just need to give ourselves permission to say no. We need to give ourselves permission to take a break. We need to give ourselves permission to take a nap. And until we hear ourselves say that, we don't think it's okay to do it. Research has shown if we just acknowledge that it's hard, that we just say, this is hard, the research has shown that it reduces our stress levels. If we can just say, you know what, this is hard. And a lot of times we want to be superwoman, superman, and we don't even want to acknowledge that what we're doing is hard. It's okay if it's hard. It's okay, just acknowledge that. And that right there, just recognizing that reduces your stress levels. So the purpose of me coming share with you today is to help you to overcome overwhelm, because I know it happens to a lot of us, because we have demanding lives, we have demanding careers, we have families, we have jobs, we have businesses, we serve in ministry, we have all that going on, and we can find ourselves, just with so much to where we don't know that next step to take. But hey, you can either do it, you can delay it, you can delegate it to someone else, even though I know you think you're the only one that can do it. Can't nobody do it like you, but it's okay. Give somebody else that opportunity to learn and grow. Or you can just simply delete it if you can, okay? So I hope that I share something today that you can take with you, something that's going to